I know, it's so great. I keep looking at the numbers. We're down to like 30 cases per every 100,000, and we have to get to 7. So it sounds really horrible, but we started at 85, 80 something.
Yeah, it was awful.
So it was awful. So 30 sounds much, much better.
But 7 sounds like it's going to take a long time.
Well, we got there twice before.
Okay, good.
So
That's encouraging.
Hello, Larry. Are you solo today? Larry's frozen. No,
He's frozen.
Connecting to audio.
Oh.
He's at they're at the stack barn today since they don't
he's
have.
at the.
Oh, good eye.
There you go.
How many people do you have there, Larry?
God, you guys got that figured out pretty quick.
It's the banners.
Smarter than the average bear.
How many people are there for Chris to take roll? Larry is 100%.
7 and a guest. We have a guest.
7 and
Okay. 7 and a
Lance
guest.
is trying to get on, but he was a little late getting out here. We've got 7 out of stacks with 1 guest.
Okay.
Right. So let's go ahead and call this meeting to order and start recording. I was just telling the group that logged on before that our speaker today had to go the holiday weekend and a couple other things. And so we're going to be pretty quick today. We have a guest.
Yes.
Larry, who's your guest today?
Oh my gosh, they're chatty.
He's not telling us who his guest is.
What's weird is I muted him and you can still hear him.
We see a guest, but we can't hear you now.
It's kind of better that way.
Hello, guest. That we can't. You have to unmute. Well, we welcome our mystery guest that we cannot hear. And also Varick, who just joined at last month's meeting, is a new member. Varick, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yeah, I'm Varick Estraga, and I've been in the area since '91 and friends with Thompson's, and they've been getting on me about coming and being part of this. And so I said, why not? And so good opportunity, good organization. You guys do a lot of great things. So I'm looking forward to helping out wherever I can. I'm presently a teacher, PE teacher for the last 20 something years for the Turlock School District. And then for the last 14 years, I'm the tennis coach at Stanislaus State. And so looking forward to helping you guys out and whatever we can do.
Fantastic. Well, welcome. We're excited to have you here. We also have another new member who was just voted in at the last, oh no, maybe it was the meeting before that. And hopefully that person will join us soon. 2 new members in the last 2 months. So that's pretty exciting. It's hard to introduce yourself to new people during a pandemic. I guess we all need Kiwanis face masks so we can recruit better. But let's go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance now and get started. I can't see it if you can see it. That's how this works. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. Who wants to do the prayer today? Do we have any volunteers? I always call on Stan and I feel bad. Stan, I think you do my prayer.
Ian's good at it.
You're the best of the best.
I'll always show up in case nobody wants to. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask for prayers this morning for the sick, for the hungry, the unemployed, and all the lonely people that are out there during this pandemic. We ask for special prayers for Brian Kennedy and his family, and ask for continued healing for him as he goes through his therapies. We ask that you guide us in the work that we do for this community, and that we are able to get some things done, even though we have these problems that we face. We ask all of these in your name, Lord. Amen.
All right. All right. So since we don't have a speaker, we probably should get an update from Melinda. You just had a Key Hub district meeting. Did anything exciting happen?
Yeah, good morning. We had a Key Club meeting on Wednesday, and they're all set to help with the Seas Candy. There's just a few questions they have regarding that fundraiser, and they're still actively doing 2 service projects for the community. So they're still working hard, and their turnout for their meetings is still going really well. So I'm proud of them, because that's really hard. I think that they were super excited on Wednesday because that was the first day that any athlete could have practice. So the Zoom meeting was not very long because they all wanted to get to school on time for practice. But other than that, they're doing well.
Excellent. And then Valerie has 5 minutes or so on the Literacy Club Foundation.
Thank you. And so I actually helped start a 501c3 last November, and it is the Literacy Club Foundation. And so if I cover up my, you can see our logo. And part of what we do is we provide books at a really discounted rate to clubs. They're brand new books, and I'll show you a couple of them. I think I brought some in before, like this one.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I have to turn my virtual background off. So you're going to see a lot of green for a minute here. Blank space. Woo! So this is one of the books, kind of the style of it. This book is worth $12.95. I always have my favorites. I think that last winter I had handed out books, and I had some Valentine books. Last summer I actually handed out books in bags to a number of people's grandkids in Turlock. And we were going, okay, this is really cool. And since March 19th, we've handed out 83,000 books to kids. And how we do that is by most clubs are asked to donate $2 a book. That includes getting a amazing label that's co-branded. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. I'm like learning my screen. It's co-branded between the club at the top and with our Kiwanis Literacy Club Foundation at the bottom. And so those labels get printed out for the club, and that's included in the price. And if you order 20 or more books, we package them up. And so we have books for all ages, including adults, and we curate them down in Southern California. We're partnered with the YMCA of Burbank, and so they allow us to have, right now we have 110,000 books on hand. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're giving 3 books per kid, it goes pretty fast. And it doesn't cost families and kids any money whatsoever to receive those books. But because I'm a member of our club, I can get the same package for $1.50 a book. And so that includes the label and everything else. And that's because they ship everything to me. I curate them at my house, and then I get them to our club. And we've done that for North Modesto and a couple other places. But I wanted to let you know that this program is available to our club if we decided that we wanted to do something like that. And so that's my 3 minutes with a whole lot of technical difficulty.
Oh, I think you did great, especially when you had 0 notice that you were going to be presenting today.
And I always have props. Does anybody have any questions?
Just in case. So a couple things. We are about to update our bank card because we finally got the correct board minutes. And once that happens, we will set up a Kiwanis of Greater Turlock Venmo so that you can purchase your raffle item tickets or help fundraisers or all of those different things and have it go directly to our bank account. I'm hoping, I text messaged Angelina yesterday, but I think I messed up, so I have to do it again today. But I'm hoping we can do that next week once the holiday is over and get that started. It'll be really fast to turn on the Venmo part of it. It's the getting yourself on the bank card part that's taking a bit. If you missed the board meeting minutes that Chris was nice enough to send out on our behalf, Maytini was officially canceled by our board because we know that the Department of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms will not be issuing alcohol permits anytime probably in May. So we just want to make sure that everybody knows that. And in lieu of that, we have some smaller fundraisers that we'll be doing to help the club and to help us start giving back out money, because one of the things that's been very hard over the last year is putting a hold on most of our charitable giving and just doing service projects when we could, because we wanted to make sure we had enough money to make it through the year and to host our next Maytini fundraiser and kick off. We know that we'll probably we should still have fireworks, and we may even have some sort of fair booth. We don't know yet. We don't know what the fair will look like. But because of that, we're going to do 3 separate fundraisers. One, Melinda just mentioned, which is actually going to be the first one, is we're going to do a See's Candy fundraiser. And I'm expecting the FedEx of forms today from See's Candy. The See's Candy fundraiser is actually going to be assisted by all of our key clubs. They all signed up, and our Circle K Club and the Action Club are all going to participate. So we are going to get forms. They'll be filling them out. And usually when you do a See's Candy fundraiser for kids, there's a place where it says classroom. Instead of classroom, they'll put their club name. And they'll put Pittman Club, or they'll put Turlock High School or Action Club. And we'll track how much they sell based off of that. I'm going to ask each of the advisors for that, those groups, to join me on a quick Zoom call next week, probably on Tuesday. I'm talking 15-minute quick, so I can walk you through what the form looks like and how they collect money. They actually have a little envelope like back in the old school days. Also, any Kiwanis Club member who would like to sell candy can also pick up a form for me, or I will drop it off and you can sell candy. If you own a business, this is a great opportunity to get See's Candy wrapped for Easter that you can give out to your clients or to your employees or to your family. You can bulk buy it, and the club gets 20% or more, depending on which item it is in the list. The thing that helps us the least is the gift certificates. So buy candy, not gift certificates, if you have that option. But feel free to buy gift certificates. All help is good help. But you will be able to pick those up, and then I'll also disperse some flyers out to a couple other people, and maybe by next week I'll let you know who those people are if you want to pick up from them. The money for See's Candy is due back by March 13th, and we will have it delivered before Easter, so you can use it to fill Easter baskets. The package, I was actually trying, that's what I was doing when Valerie was speaking, that looked so rude, but one second. She emailed me the flyer so I could show it to you guys. So we are doing this flyer. It's our weekly thing where Allie's not good at showing her screen. There we go. So we're going to have a nuts and chews option, a milk chocolate and dark chocolate option, toffee, lollipops, peanut brittle, some Easter eggs. And this box is specifically for kids. It doesn't contain any nuts, and it's only $8. And these are just the same as normal Scotch Mellows. They're just egg shaped. Anyhow, so you'll get a form that looks like this in a cash envelope, and you'll just, just like in the old school days, you'll put your name and then you'll put what you want to order in the total. The kids will collect the money where it says organization. They're going to put their club so that we have that, and then they'll be turning in the money in a old school envelope. But also, like I said, club members can also sell. David has a question now that I can see my screen.
Yeah, I have 2 questions. First of all, for the clubs that are helping to sell, the key clubs and the CKI, are they're getting the 20%? It's not we're taking a cut and then they take some?
My understanding from the board last time was that they want them to get what they sell, but we're also going to have maybe a little competition between them to see who can sell the most.
Great. Second question is, I'm not sure if you can find this out, but do you know which item offers the greatest percent return for the club?
I don't, but I do know this. If you sell enough candy, you get a higher percentage. So it seems to be fluid. After $500 worth of candy sells, it goes up, and then a couple different things. So the one I gave you is like the baseline amount that we could make. I feel like that's safe to give to a club for you guys to expect. Also, when you're on listening to this, you're like, how are we going to raise money if we let the Key Club kids sell all the candy. Well, one, we give the Key Club kids a lot of support throughout the year. So this is a way to support them supporting themselves. Two, it's kind of like script in that if we sell our own or people buy from us, we're going to get to keep the funds from that. So if you're, I don't know, went in Ireland, for instance, and Norma wants to buy 20 boxes of chocolate for her clients, then we would get the proceeds from that one as long as she doesn't buy directly from a Key Club kid. We will sell through March 13th. We will get it by Easter. It has to be delivered to an air-conditioned place where a person is guaranteed to sign for it. So I've signed up myself. So my only other request is if you are listening to this and you are a Key Club advisor who is going to be participating in this fundraiser, please don't leave me trapped with your kids' candy over Easter. I don't want it. All right. The next fundraiser that we're going to do is going to be for St. Patrick's Day, and it's going to be only a couple days long. We're going to work with Savor Charcuterie, which is a cheese and charcuterie business here in Turlock. They're actually opening up a shop, and we're going to do a cheese board that's St. Patrick's Day themed, and it is a beer and cheese board. So for all of you guys who want to get some beer ready for your St. Patrick's Day celebration, so you can be Irish for a day, we'll be ready for you. We are waiting for Dust Bowl to confirm the price of the beer, and then I will have all that information for you, but you can expect that fundraiser to be mid-March. And I know it will overlap a little bit with See's Candy, but I figure if you were going to buy Easter candy, you were going to do it either way. So we're still going to be good. This will be something where you can pre-sell and I will enter the person's information, or you can go on the website and order, and we'll have a code that you put in and we get a percentage of the sale. And actually I've invited Savor to come speak to you guys once she has a beer price. If you know someone at Dust Bowl, tell them to call back Amy and we will be done with this. We're just waiting for them to confirm the beer price. So that's the next one. And you could, that's something also you could give as a gift to a friend. You know, it's a big, beautiful board of cheese and crackers and charcuterie items and a couple beers. I mean, no one would turn that down as a present. It's an excellent present. The last one is Willie's Pizza and Wings reached out to us again to do a fundraiser. And it was, we can do, it was like tomorrow, Tuesday, or Tuesday in April. We picked April because tomorrow, Tuesday seemed very close. So that will be April, I believe it's the 27th. This is when I get worried when I start looking. Yes, April 27th. I'm still old enough that I have a paper calendar, I'm sorry. So April 27th, we're gonna do that. And Willie's Pizza gives us a percentage off of, I believe it's 20% off of all pizza sales that they do that day. It's for pickup, not delivery. And we will have a graphic to put on our Instagram page for that as well. I have a graphic for each of these 3 fundraisers ready to go. So we're just waiting for them to be announced, and then we'll start advertising them on our Facebook and people can order directly from us. So the Willie's fundraiser and the Savor fundraiser would be the type of things where we would be gathering money for the club to help do charitable giving. And then obviously anything we sell from the See's Candy would be the same. So those are the 3 fundraisers coming up, which I guess it was good that we didn't have a presenter at this moment because that was kind of long. And then also just a friendly reminder that tomorrow is the mid-year Kiwanis conference. It is on Zoom. If you would like to attend a Kiwanis conference on Zoom, I will be joining the keynote, but then we'll be unavailable for the rest of it. But there are sessions, and I will actually remember to email Chris the link to this week. I did not email Chris the link last week. So when you watch the last video and you're like, Allie said she was, nope, Allie did not do that. So Chris gave up and sent it on her own, and we love that about her. So I will actually email her the link for the mid-year conference this time so that you guys have it for tomorrow if you would like to go. It is not mandatory. There is no cost this year, but if you are interested in what it's like to be an officer or any of those other things, you can take a look at that. And
Allie,
yes,
you're missing the biggest part. We're doing a red, white, and bruise. So we're doing a tailgate fundraiser that happens at the end of the day. It starts at between 5:30 and 6, and the festivities start at 6. There will be a silent auction and a live auction. There's a couple of really cool things on the live auction, and a concert starting at 7 o'clock. Anybody can log into the concert. I'll send you out the link, Allie, and then you can broadcast it tomorrow. And it is all on Zoom, and it's by a local band. So it's the Mike Torres Jr. Band, who's performed at Stan State and then a couple of fairs and different things in the area.
fantastic. Sally always has great information. Someone had asked me, and I can't remember who it was, you'll see it in the board meeting minutes. Yes, we do have a Pittman scholarship that has been confirmed. For those of you who are new, we got a new Key Club that assimilated into our Key Club as another Kiwanis club disbanded and kind of joined our club. And so we wanted to make sure we had a scholarship for them. And I think I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so we're off to our favorite part of the day, the part where Allie raffles. And let me just tell you that my computer is 100% frozen on the upper screen. So chat amongst yourself. I'll be right
I
back.
was just going to make two quick announcements. First is your fireworks booth coordinator. I just want to let you know that we are moving forward with that. We're assuming that since we were able to do that last year, we're going to be able to do it again this year. And I'm going to start moving on all the paperwork pretty soon. So just wanted to get your brains churning on that and get your volunteerism ready to go for when those start to come out. But you know, it'll be a while. Second, CKI is having their first general meeting of the semester, and they're going to do their first official, well, I guess not technically official, but they're going to have officer elections coming up pretty soon. So hopefully, if there's any changes to the board, we can get all of them into a meeting early in the morning and say hello to you. So there you have it. Hey, look, I wasted just enough time.
Just took one for the team and I appreciate it. Thanks for that. I don't know why my screen keeps freezing today. There are no children up in, there's like 3 people on the computer right now. It's just me. It just can't handle me. I'm too much today. All right, so we have a couple things. So we have a box of nuts that was donated by Grizzly Nut. That is individual salted almond packs. So we have that to give away. We, of course, always have our $5 winner. I am still giving away wine bottles that were donated for the last Maytini that need to go find new homes and be well loved. And the last thing that we got is someone dropped off I don't know what these things are called. Hold on, I'm going to pull it out. It's a fragrance flower diffuser. It's like a little flower with a scent in the bottom, and you put it in your office and it smells good. I think. This is me not knowing, but I'm gonna guess that's what it is. For those of you who are new and you want to help support the club while we're stuck not doing fundraisers, you can buy tickets for this raffle by contacting David Martin, who facilitates all of the ticket sales. This particular weekly raffle is $5 per ticket. You can pay for multiple weeks at a time so that you only have to do it once, and must be present to win. We also have a 50-50 raffle that is slated for the last Friday of the month. David, do you know how much 50-50 raffle right now?
I want to say there's 140, so the winner would get 70, but I'd have to double check.
Okay, and it's still growing because it's only the second week of the month. David will pick up money. You can drop off money to David. We also have a Venmo that David and his wife have been nice enough to let us use in the interim until the Kiwanis Venmo is set up. Also, if you're the $5 winner, you get your $5 from David, because I don't have those, but if you win anything else, you'll get it from me. Okay, so let's do that box of Grizzly Nuts first. And if Larry wins the first roll this time, this decision wheel is rigged. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't know what's going on there. Oh, here's a funny fact. Last week, Larry said, if I win the first thing, go ahead and spin again because I've won enough. Is that still true? Yeah, maybe. Maybe Larry wants it to be again. I think so. That's what he had told me, but now
The
I'm
man of his word.
So we're gonna do it again. Okay. David won a box of salted almonds from Grizzly Nuts. Thanks, Mike Staff, for the donation. Also, if you want to donate to our raffle, just send me a text message. I will come get your prize, or you can drop it off. All right, next we have a bottle of wine. Oh, I gotta remove David. Hold on. David. Larry. All right. wheel. For those of you who wonder, we have like when we do 2 raffles, we have 2 of these wheels. So when you see me delete a name, don't panic. You really still have your chance to win. All right. And Vern won a bottle of wine. Vern, your wine is at my house. Feel free to come get it. Vern knows where I live. I feel like that's a pretty safe delivery method. All right. 5 little changes. We have a fragrance flower. It's from Scentsy. It smells wonderful. I mean, I just don't know what it is. Alrighty. Stan won a fragrance flower. Are you thrilled, Stan? It's okay.
Wait a minute, you said it smells good, but you don't know what it is?
No, it smells like, I don't know what it's, aloe, water, and cucumber. It smells like clean house.
Oh my God, oh God, I love that.
I'm like, so, I mean, and it's filled with confetti, just in case you didn't like it was a party, it's filled with confetti. And I mean, it looks super
Valentine's Day is coming up.
I mean, your Valentine is set. Look at that. Stan, I'll make arrangements to drop that off to you because I know. And then the last one we have is our $5 winner. The odds are really high.
$5 winner coming up.
$5 winner. Ooh. 1 in 4 chance for $5 here. Make sure I didn't do anything wrong. There we go.
Yeah.
Valerie is a $5 winner. Valerie, you can get your $5 from Dave, or as always, you can take your $5 and apply it to a future week, so that you don't have to contact him to pay next time.
I like letting it roll.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of our winners who won today. Davis, did you have an update on Brian? I didn't ask earlier, and it's on my list and everything. I'm so sorry.
Not too much of an update. I think next week is supposed to be his last week of treatment. So just be praying for them to get through this last week.
Fantastic to hear that he's nearly done. That was it. Still 30 minutes because we had an impromptu speaker. Thanks, Valerie, for saving me just then. And we have a whole bunch of fundraiser announcements. Next week, we will be back. And I believe next week, we have 2 small speakers. And I'm not even going to announce them in this call because I learned from last week that if something happens, it's hard to scramble. So you'll see the announcement on our Facebook or on our Instagram. Please follow us, go and like us and follow. And remember, every time you hit the like button, an officer somewhere feels loved. So just like and share those posts. You can always bring guests and friends to our club meeting. They don't have to be with you at your house. You can just let me know to let them in, or so I can let Chris know to let them into the meeting. Guests are always welcome. And we will be back next week with a guest speaker for a change. I'm just kidding. We usually have a guest speaker. This week was just weird. And with the actual information for Seas Candy, and hopefully with the price for beer from Dust Bowl, so we can get started on all our fundraising. I'm so excited to start fundraising with you guys again. Also, you'll notice a theme because we can't do service projects as a whole club. Most of our speakers these next coming weeks are people who need people to do service, so that we can connect you with service opportunities you can do in the interim if you were so inclined. United Samaritans asked me to remind everyone again that they are still looking for volunteers to prep food or deliver food to seniors who are homebound. And so if you are interested in doing that, Linda Jeline has requested again that we keep reminding the community because they have very few volunteers and they feed hundreds of people at every stop. So I think that, oh, I'm sorry. Larry texted me a thing on the chaplaincy run. Almost forgot it. And then I would have been that girl who didn't announce someone's fundraiser. Hold on 1 second. So the Turlock Chaplaincy is seeking sponsors for their 11th annual fun run. And as you guys know, we have frozen charitable giving, but that does not mean that individual club members can't be a sponsor of an event. So we've been trying to let you know when one is coming up. The chaplaincy run this year will support the chaplaincy service, which is the first point of contact when there's a crisis here in Turlock for emergency responders. They're on call 24/7, and during COVID, they've been extremely busy. The Sponsorships range from a $200 sponsor who gets 2 registrations to run, along with being advertised as a sponsor, up to $2,500, which there are only 5 of those sponsorships available, which get your name and logo on a t-shirt, 6 registrations, and assorted information. If you would like information on how to support the chaplaincy run, I will send this little thing right now while everyone is watching me to Chris Martin, because I forget everything lately. And Chris can attach this lovely document to her email that she's going to send after asking me twice for notes. And let you guys know how to sign up to be a sponsor. I know we have a lot of club members who like to run, and so we wanted to share the information with you. You can also just attend the run, and that would support them as well. All righty.
Valerie has a question.
Valerie has a question. Put it in the chat. My thing is frozen again.
She wanted to know if they accept Venmo.
I bet that they do, but I don't. It's not on that letter, but I would think that they have someone in their group that would accept a Venmo from you and make it happen. Also, the Salvation Army Divas on Broadway is coming up, and they are selling tickets through their Facebook page. And I know that some of the women in the club have supported that in the past. This year, it's a drive-through where you'll pick up your meal. You can either get an individual meal or a 4-pack, where you can meet with your friends outside of the normal event, and they'll be celebrating women in healthcare. And that information I'm going to share on our Instagram and Facebook page this weekend, so that you can access that and buy a ticket if you would like to. All right, now I'm really done, I promise. So 7:36, that was only 6 minutes later than normal. Not too bad.